We've got a low sickness rate, we've got a low churn rate, and high quality training underpins all that to recruit, to train, to CPD. It's probably 2 years minimum before you've actually got an unconsciously competent call handler. And if you're recruiting 10, 20, 30 people a month, a year, well, that's massively expensive, not just in terms of pounds and pence, but in terms of experience and efficiency, and most importantly, giving a great service, because experience is worth its weight in gold. Call handling has become an increasingly challenging role over the years. It's a highly technical role that requires ever more training in a very complex world. So firstly, it's about empowering the staff to feel confident in what they do, and that starts on day one of training. And everything we do in here is underpinned via training, and that's the CPD offer throughout their careers. We have both an operational and occupational training arm, all under the same training inspector. So we have the occupational training, which happens at a different site to here, where we train all of our new call handlers and provide the CPD. Now we have a senior supervisor in the room who is part of the training team. They will identify any relevant themes or learning. That then goes back into their collective training knowledge to make sure that that learning, wherever it comes from, is appropriately shared across the teams.
We have the personal development record, so it's a PDR, it's an electronic version we've got, and they're utilised for staff so they can have actions against them to support and help with their development. And it is about setting those smart objectives for somebody for their current job, but also, you know, it's for the line manager to be like, what are you looking to do? Or I might even get individuals themselves saying, I'm looking to move into this department, what would you recommend? And again, we would look at the different things that we know that we can do support internally to document in their PDR, because we do have an application process for recruitment in the force, but we also do use the development records, because it's really good evidence to say, actually, this person really wants to look to do this and, you know, move forward. We do have other opportunities within the forces, other roles and things that people can move into. We're very open to supporting short-term secondments out as well for people. We could put people through CIPD, so there is a process for that. We've got our own learning and development team as well, so people can reach out to them to say, is there any further support or anything else you can recommend that I can do to help with my development? We also have Leading with Care scheme in force that we run at the moment, and that is banded for different levels of staff depending on where you are. So if they're looking to move on for promotion for, say, a supervisory role or, you know, line management role, that kind of thing, there'll be relevant information in there, and that's something we also use and recommend for people, which they can document in their PDR.
Most CCRs are very police staff dependent, and I know it is a constant concern for them that they sometimes are left out of development opportunities. So the forces works hard to develop career pathways for police staff and leadership development. And here in the CCR, we've recently adopted the modern apprenticeship. We now have our second cohort of 5 supervisors going through the National Apprenticeship Scheme. Some of them are picking up maths and English, which they didn't leave school with, and others then are developing skills which are transferable both within the organisation and to other employers should they choose to leave us in the future.
Within the control room, the difference is sometimes the development opportunities are not at a time when they are working, so we do try and be flexible with them. So we run some courses, they're called Best I Can Be, and we run them on 3 topics. So there's absence management, there's performance and attendance support, and they're an hour long, and they're kind of snapshots, as in to talk around the process, you know, the supportive nature of them. But I know within here it's very difficult for the supervisors to get the time out, so I try to do them separately to say, actually, I'll come away to supervisor training away days and I'll put an hour's input in around performance or attendance support, which is really important for the supervisor, especially if they want to continue on for development, because the people work is more and more and they have more responsibility as they progress on.